everyone, and welcome to our NFL coverage of this week. That's this week being uh I don't know which week we're in anymore. I think we're in week 11. Yeah, we're in week 11. Today is November 14th. Thursday night football is about to start in like 45 minutes, I think. Yeah, something like that. It's about to start soon. It's like 7:30 and it starts at 8:15. We should probably cover that first. This Commanders Eagles game. I think the Eagles are gonna win. I know the Commanders are good, but I think Saquon is just gonna have another field day. He's been playing really good. And the Eagles, like in my opinion, the Eagles team has honestly surprised me after kind of like a shaky start to the season. I feel like they've actually come out and started playing like pretty well, especially Saquon Barkley, but I think also like their defense is kind of locked in a lot. Because I remember at the start of the season, even though like they only lost 2 games, like we kind of saw the effects of Jason Kelsey leaving, which was surprising. Like a center does not usually have that much effect on a team, but Jason Kelsey I think was a really big part of that team, and we really saw like what that they had to like kind of readjust to losing him. But I think they've readjusted well, and their defense looks really good. I'm loving the trend of like the gene is not a safety. I'm really loving that trend right now. So I think the Eagles are gonna win. But this is a big divisional game. I think whoever wins this game wins the NFC East, honestly. But
Um,
I don't know.
I mean, nah, it could go that way, but I'm not too sure because like even though NFC East,
I mean, it's
like even
only
though yes,
them two, yeah. It's only
yeah,
the
but
East.
that's what I'm saying. Like even basically almost in every division, like there's not too many teams that are playing good. It's probably like three at max, and even then, the other two teams are probably still playing better than them. So
Yeah.
like they're both going to make playoffs, but this team's probably going to like determine whoever is like the best team and probably that not only that division but like who's probably like the top three team in like that conference kind of
Yeah.
because we already know how NFC North conference is, bro. That's conference is stacked. So
Yeah, the NFC North is stacked. Although the Bears have fallen behind now. They've lost like three straight games now, which is a little
yeah,
sad to see. Besides that, let's see here. What else we got? We got We got pretty good games this week. I want to see the Ravens Steelers game. I want to see how the Steelers do against a good team because I know their defense is like pretty decent and their offense is pretty decent. They're usually like like an 8-8 team. Like they usually go like at least a positive season and maybe get into the wild card round. So I want to see how they do against the Ravens. Um, so that'll be an interesting game, I think. I think the Ravens are
I
gonna
mean,
win, but I think the Steelers are capable of like an upset.
nah, Steelers are way more than capable of upset, if we're being honest. Because like even though Ravens are good, Steelers have literally like went to a whole nother level while Ravens are kind of like going down a little bit. Like because
Yeah,
we could see that with we could see that with Ravens defense. Their defense like even though like they lost their coordinator last year and then they even lost a few players, their defense like it completely shifted. Now like they're relying on too little people to try to like make all the big plays when really it's all 11 players and they be doing it. So that's kind of where Ravens is going to have a problem. But even then, Lamar Jackson's only 1-3 against Steelers, so that says a lot.
yeah,
And then now if Steelers have a even better team than last year, I feel like that's what they like. Steelers can possibly not whoop them, but they can possibly like beat them by like a touchdown or two if it doesn't come down to field goals. I feel like that's how Steelers might actually like blow every team away with how good they're actually playing.
yeah. Besides that, I mean, we have Packers Bears, another divisional game, which I think the Packers will win. I think the Bears should start looking not to next season. They should still try to be competitive, but they need to start sorting out like the problems in their offense. I think they're struggling a little. Maybe it's an O-line problem. Maybe Caleb Williams. Maybe it's just growing pains. But they do need to start looking at how they can improve because I mean they've lost 3 straight now, and they might be 4 straight with this Packers game. And I mean the Packers aren't playing bad. They're playing decent. Like I wouldn't say they're a bad team, but I mean the NFC North is kind of locked in. So the Bears have got to be more competitive because it's not like it's gonna go away after this year. Like the NFC North is gonna stay competitive after this year for sure. So the
Yeah,
Bears need to figure out how they're gonna keep it competing.
I think what the Bears are going through kind of like what team can I compare it to? I feel like Bears are kind of going through like their early. I went nah, not Raiders. I'll say like San Francisco problems. Towards like they were playing like decent, close to good, but then there's like once one thing happens, there's like a domino effect. Like everything just starts going downhill from there. Because
Yeah,
Bears don't really have like I mean like they have people to work with, but it's not like they have as much as other teams. That's kind of what Bears like have to work up on. Because if Bears could land a receiver in his drafts and possibly like a tackle or even a running back, that will help them a lot for sure. Because Bears defense is they're kind of solid when if they actually lock in on defense, but their offense is what like the main problem is because they're struggling to perform every single time. So if they focus on that part on like that side of the ball, they wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't say they would beat teams like easily, but they wouldn't have a problem putting up a good fight against good teams. That's what they're
yeah.
struggling to do.
What I'm worried about is that they're gonna give up on Caleb Williams too early. Because I
Yeah.
understand that I mean he hasn't had a touchdown in like three straight games, I think. But I think it's just growing pains. Like he's just a rookie, and I've been seeing stuff like the coach won't commit to him being a full-time starter and like people being doubtful about him being a franchise quarterback. Of course, he's not going to show that in his first year, especially on this like shaky Bears team. But I don't think they should give up on him. I mean, they gave up on like Justin Fields, and now he's playing better on the or he was playing better on the Steelers team. Like, I think they gotta like be patient. I don't think they should jump ship too early on Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
But
they're kind of they're in basically what you're like, and another way you're saying it, they're trying to compare him to like Jaden Daniels. They're
yeah,
they're they're trying to make him like seem like that franchise star right off the bat, fresh into the league. That's what their mistake is. Instead of them actually trying to like build him up. Then it's like, bro, he literally had no base. He goes into a fresh Chicago team with no vet quarterbacks that he could start under, or with like no actual weapons. They literally just got Keenan Allen. DJ Moore has been like playing the best. Like that says a lot right there. So if they was to build that up, bro, they wouldn't have a problem at all.
yeah.
That's literally like the main thing they got to work on, really.
But I mean, now that the Bears team is kind of doing worse, I think Jaden Daniels kind of has solidified his chances for Rookie of the Year.
Oh,
Like
100%, bro. That
I don't think there's
even even if the
any
Bears
debate.
were doing good, bro. Even if the Bears were doing good, bro.
Yeah,
Like Janet, like one thing that kind of like went sideways from him was when he played the Ravens for sure. Because
yeah,
it's like when you saw when he played the Ravens, it didn't go downhill, but like he like it was like his welcome to the NFL moment, basically. Like he got shook a little bit. But bro, j- even if Williams was actually still playing good and Bears had like a really great positive record right now, Jaden Daniels would still win that for sure, bro. It's
I
just
think
like
also
we could see him
I
perform well on every level.
the only person I think that could compete or maybe like reach like maybe like almost compete with Jaden Daniels for Rookie of the Year. I know like people have rankings that like show something else, but like going towards the end of the year, if the Cardinals start doing a lot better, like they've been playing well, and if they start like climbing those rankings and sneaking up on it, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. could at least get to that number two spot. Like he could get close to winning the Rookie of the Year from Jaden Daniels. Like he could get close.
I
It
mean,
just
I would
depends on
he
how
can get
Arizona does.
that's kind of how it is though. Because like even with him having like a super slow start, he literally barely got the ball, barely got
Yeah.
yards and stuff like that. That's what slowed him down. If he was able to get the ball every single time, we seen what he can do. He freaking him and McBride tore up the freaking Dolphins, bro. They both had crazy stats that game. So it's like when it comes to Marv, it's more of he has to hope he gets the ball instead of Daniels actually hoping he can get the ball to somebody else. That's kind of why it will go more towards Jaden instead of Marv. Because even like Kyler Murray, you ought to know he's freaking elite. He's not trash at all. Dude
Yeah.
has a has a crazy arm, but with Jaden Daniels is different though, because with him being a quarterback, him being a leader of that team so early, and him like skyrocketing, that's what will really win him the Rookie of the Year. Because they could both have same stats, and I guarantee you, they would still look at Jaden Daniels as Rookie of the Year. That's kind of how it will work for them.
I'm happy for the Commanders, man. Like they went through such like a tough time and now they're finally good. Like it's really good to see, I think. And I hope Jaden Daniels is like CJ Stroud, you know, like he turned the Texans around even though like they're not doing amazing right now. Like the Texans are still top of the AFC South right now. So I hope it's like that where like it just kind of makes the Commanders relevant again and keeps them good for a while. Like I think Jaden Daniels has the potential to be franchise quarterback.
Oh, bro, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
That I literally showed you that freaking star players want to play for them. That
Yeah.
opens a lot of doors, bro. Like they may not have all the best receivers, running backs, or even all the best DBs, bro. That opens so many doors because now that gives you a lot of opportunities to easily get whoever you want, bro. Like easily. And then even then their cap space is pretty nice too. They have a lot of cap space left to sign
Yeah.
some people. So the Commanders, I would say probably like the next few years, Commanders won't have a problem unless like something goes drastically wrong, like something goes insanely wrong for them. But other than that, Commanders for the next
Don't
few
jinx
years
them,
they'll be
bro.
good,
What the
bro.
fuck? Why are you trying to jinx them?
That's for every team. That's
Yeah.
bro. We seen it with the Chiefs. We seen it with the Raiders. We seen it with the Eagles. We've seen it with the Panthers. Seen it with the Dolphins, the 49ers. It happens to every team at
Yeah.
some point, bro. Like literally. I don't know why, but it literally happens to every team at some point.
Speaking of the Niners, we have a divisional game this weekend with Seahawks versus 49ers. Like I'm excited. Whenever we meet, whenever it's like a divisional game with Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals, and Rams, like I feel like it's a good game usually. Because like all four teams have talent. It just kind of like we're a little like shaky on our consistency. But I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. Seahawks team is like relatively healthy, so like I don't and I mean 49ers team is healthier now. So like hopefully that means like it's gonna be a good game. Um and I mean the 49ers have had like a shaky season so far, so this could be their chance to turn it around. Because like right now in the NFC West, the Cardinals are at the top of the division, which I think nobody expected at the start of the year. So I don't know,
I mean,
I hope it's
yeah,
a good game.
but you got to look at the division though. Like the everybody like every team in that division, like they haven't had like the best season so far.
Yeah,
Like if every team in that division was like doing great, it will for sure be 49ers and then Seahawks and then probably Rams and Arizona. Because
I
then it
mean,
like it would be super close just because like the other teams they have more weapons to work with is a thing.
yeah.
It's
Right
like
now
that
could
that
be
that that'll kind of be it.
right now Seahawks could jump if they win against the 49ers, they could maybe jump to second or third place, depending on how the Rams game goes. Or at least make it even. Like if the Seahawks don't win this game, I think it's gonna be very hard for them to stay competitive in the division. Because the Rams play the Patriots and I mean that'll probably be a good game, but the Rams team has also been like kind of locking in. So I don't know. They've surprised me a
I
little bit,
mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
true, but no, but even then though, because like if
I mean they beat the Vikings like a few weeks ago, so it's not like they're playing horrible. And they beat the 49ers earlier in the year.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, not I don't know though, because like um even if Niners lose to the Hawks or other way around, all their records will still be the same.
Yeah.
Like no matter who wins this game. unless that unless San Fran actually wins. Because if they win, they'll be
Yeah.
6-4. But
But
if they lose,
if Seahawks
they'll be
win,
5-5.
like
So
Seahawks winning this week will keep the NFC West like super competitive.
yeah, for sure.
Because like the Cardinals are only like one game ahead right now. So if the Niners win, then they might lock in like the competition for the leadership with the Cardinals. But if the Seahawks win, then it'll just keep it competitive for everyone. And then, what else we got? Let's see here. Falcons versus Broncos is probably going to be a good game. Falcons have started struggling a little, but they're still top of the NFC South. And Broncos are not a bad team. I want good things for Bo Nix, man. I want Bo Nix to do well. But I
Oh,
think
100%.
I think Broncos win, honestly. Like the Broncos have a solid team. I
The
don't know what to say about the Falcons team, honestly, because I feel like they've been starting to play a little shaky.
yeah, that's kind of was like not really let them perform super good.
Like I don't know how
That's
you
like
lose
what's
to
not.
the Saints right now, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because even with the who was I about to say? Even with the Falcons, even though like they have the talent to at least like get there, the teams that they're playing is what's making them struggle a little bit because even with the bad teams that they played, they somehow still beat other good teams.
Yeah.
Like with the Raiders and Saints, they've somehow still beat good teams. So that's what's making the Falcons like really, really struggle right now. Because they're trying to match that level of like being good teams is a thing. But with Broncos defense is we already know their defense. Their defense is elite. Top
Yeah.
three defense in the league. And they were ranked number one for a while. So and they pretty much still kind of are. So that says a lot coming from a team that's not super good offensively. So I feel like
They should not have lost to the
if
Chiefs, man. The Broncos should not
bro,
have lost to the Chiefs. That makes me
we're
so
we're
mad.
not gonna talk about the Chiefs, bro. We forget the Chiefs, bro. I'm that no, we're not turning that into this episode, bro. I can't stand the Chiefs, bro. But
Dude, they should not
with
have lost to the Chiefs.
But with the Broncos, it's different, bro. Because like they've been trying to build up stuff for years, like for so long, bro.
Yeah.
So with them, it's like they have a very fresh start. Their defense is good. Now they just got to build up offense. Once they build offense, bro, they wouldn't be unstoppable, but they'll for sure be a huge threat to a lot of good teams. Like very like very badly. You already have Bo Nix, a freaking QB, bro. That's come on now. This
Yeah.
dude was freaking insane at Oregon. So you give him a few receivers, is wraps.
I know you don't want to talk about the Chiefs, but I mean, we have to talk about them. It's
Yeah,
Chiefs
bro.
Bills, man. It's Chiefs Bills this week. That's gonna be a huge game.
Uh, Bills
I
are
really
winning.
want Bills
I
to
don't
win.
care.
Yes, I want to
I
say
don't
that
care.
Bills
Bills,
win, but honestly, I don't know because I mean, you can say what you want about the Chiefs, but they have a good defense. The defense,
bro, that's what's helping
it's
them
like Tom
win,
Brady era Patriots. The defense is bailing out the offense like every single time. So I
bro.
want to see how Josh Allen does because we've seen that Josh Allen sometimes struggles against good defenses.
It's not even that, bro. It's the fact that their defense is what's keeping them in the games, but the calls that they aren't calling on the defense is what's really keeping them in the games, bro.
Yeah.
If they were really were like on the defensive side, if they were getting calls on every single time, they would lose every game. Like every game that they've played, they will have the opposite record of it right now. That's how bad the Chiefs actually are. But somehow, some way, their defense stops good teams from even like. Come on now, let's be real, bro.
This game
Like
could very well be
we
the
already
one
know what
that
it is,
breaks
bro.
the record. This game
Bro,
could very well be.
Bills are winning, bro. Bills
I
are
mean,
winning, bro.
even after
Yeah,
that,
it won't
like
even.
the Chargers would still have a chance, I feel. The Browns, honestly, the Texans and the Steelers, and I mean the Broncos would still get a second chance at breaking their undefeated record. So I don't know.
Nah, it's happening this week, bro. It, there's
I'm
literally
praying.
no
I'm
way
praying.
for Chiefs to win, bro. There's literally no way. Bills defense is better. Bills offense is better, and then overall coaching. Come on now, that it matches. It flows perfectly. The what's really keeping the Chiefs in every game is their coordinators. If they didn't have that coordinator, bro, it would be raps. Like honestly, that it would be bad. But bro, Bills even with Keon Coleman out for this game. and possibly next game. And then Amari Cooper, like he's questionable if he's actually going to play. Even with them two out, they still have a very high chance at whooping the Chiefs, bro. Like honestly, even with the Chiefs, if they try to rely on the kicking game, it's wraps because they don't have Harrison Butker. He's out,
Yeah,
so that's wraps, bro. Like there is literally no way Chiefs win the game. If they somehow do, we already know what it is, bro.
the
We,
script.
we already we already know what it is, bro. Come on now, bro. They should not have his record right now.
The other two games we got our primetime games are Bengals and Chargers on Sunday, which I think Bengals win, but I think Chargers make it competitive. Honestly, the Chargers have surprised me. Jim Harbaugh was a good addition, and I could easily see the Chargers winning, but I think the Bengals are gonna keep that momentum going from that Ravens game, and like Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow will have like another good game.
Oh,
So
one
that's
hundred
why I think
percent.
the Bengals win. Like when stuff like that happens, when you have that momentum, even if you lose, like you're gonna keep that momentum. And then
That is true, but the thing with the Bengals though is that their two best games have been against the Ravens though. That's kind of the
yeah,
problem because it's like even with all the other teams that they went against, they haven't had like the craziest games. So it's like there's kind of no way of really telling how they really perform. But if if Bengals defense side of the ball actually play good compared to that Ravens game, bro, they would easily whoop the Chargers. Like actually, because they
yeah.
that on the offensive side, like you said, they already have the momentum. Is if they pick up the momentum on the defensive side, is wraps. They they can easily whoop the Chargers with no problem.
And then Monday night prime time, Texans versus Cowboys, which we already know Texans are gonna win. We're gonna watch them whoop the ass of Cowboys, which I am going to enjoy so much. I don't know why they keep giving the Cowboys prime time, but like we don't even gotta talk about this. We already know. Like
Bro,
I'm gonna enjoy
it's
watching
money
this.
involved, bro.
My hate watch is gonna
It's
be
money
so
involved.
lovely, bro.
I don't gotta watch it. I don't have to. I'm gonna look on the real app and I'm gonna see exactly where the score is. And I don't even gotta worry about that. Like that, they're getting whooped, bro.
That's really it. Let's look at news, actually. Let's talk about some NFL news real quick. Our injuries from NBC
Yo,
Sports.
Tyreek Hill, bro. Matter of fact, Tyreek Hill, bro. What the fuck is you doing, bro? What, like, no, real talk. This man says the ligament in his wrist came from him being arrested and being put on the ground.
Hey, you never know. You never know. You never
You,
know.
ne- you, no. You talking about NFL swole behind dude that could easily lift 300 pounds. He gets a torn ligament in his wrist from something that wasn't even like crazy.
He's
Bro,
playing
literally,
though.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, come on now. We know exactly why you aren't getting the ball. Are you playing good, bro?
He
Come
may
on, it's not
undergo
your wrist, bro.
surgery, but any procedure wouldn't be until after the season
Is
ends.
that until after the season?
That means he's
Until
fine.
after the season, bro. It's my points. He's just making it in his cute, bro. If you really don't have a surgery until after the season, that goes to show that
He
it's not
says
even
he's
as
just gonna
major as
play
you're
through the
making it,
pain.
or you're just gonna exactly, or you just making up excuses and trying to play through it. No, bro. That's not how it works, bro.
It's probably fine.
Not even close, bro.
Oh, aggravated the injury. Like he already had the injury and the detainment aggravated the injury.
Yeah, but not what I think it is though is that um he at first he didn't do anything to it. Like
Yeah.
he didn't wrap it up or do anything to it. That's what it really was. But at the same time, bro, like you come on now. Multi-millionaire at a freaking crazy franchise. You have everything that you need to recover properly. There's no way in the world you aren't doing anything to take care of that, bro.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Besides that, I'm looking at like the top five by like NBC Sports. We have Isaiah Pacheco with an ankle. He resumed practicing, but I mean, I think he's still questionable. He was limited in training so far.
Yeah, they said he's for sure gonna like if they most likely they will make playoffs, but he will for sure come back in playoffs if he doesn't
Yeah,
play up through these next few
definitely.
games.
But
So
I mean, they have
that's kind
Kareem
of why
Hunt in the
he's probably
meanwhile.
playing.
They're fine.
True, but it would be smart to have you gotta have at
You
least
have
two
to,
because
yeah,
you make playoffs, bro, and then he gets hurt. That's literally wraps.
yeah.
Like that's it, bro. He's moving the chains for them. That's what's helping them get touchdowns.
And then Seahawks, we have both Noah Fant and DK Metcalf, our tight end and wide receiver. Noah Fant is still sidelined by a growing strain. He appears unlikely to return, according to NBC Sports.
Yeah,
The DK Metcalf is expected to return though from his multi-week MCL sprain, according to NBC Sports as well. So that'll be good. At least like fans won't be too bad. I know we have another good tight end, but I always forget his name. But I know Noah Fant isn't our only option at tight end, so it'll probably be fine. The Bills, are Dalton Kincaid, their tight end. Um, he was out with a knee injury, I think, or was having problems with his knee injury. I'm looking at this report right now, and I think he should be fine. Let me just read it real quick. He's expected to miss a week or two at least. So, I mean, he should be fine like later. Like the Bills are definitely making it to the playoffs, and I mean, the Bills still have like good options like at receiver, so I don't think it'll be too bad for them.
yeah, yeah. They,
Although I would say like the Bills need like everything they can get against the Chiefs. So
I
hopefully
mean,
they're good.
only thing that they're really missing right now is that like two of their receivers aren't really like on the play. That's the only
Yeah.
thing they're missing because you still have James Cook at running back, and then your offensive line you got to worry about that because there's no injuries there. But can is really just Keon and Kincaid that's going to affect them a lot though because like even though they don't
And
get
Amari
like
Cooper.
crazy touches. No, but he's questionable though. So like
Um,
he will most likely play. But with Kincaid and Keon, that's different though, because like they're pretty much done. So you don't have a tight end to get a few blocks or move the chains for you, and then you have a receiver out deep. That's going to mess you up a lot, and you really have to depend on your running game. And we already know how Chiefs are with the running game. They can stop that if they really have to.
Sam Laporta, the tight end for the Detroit Lions, has also been sidelined in practice after an AC joint sprain in his shoulder. So, I mean, the Lions are going against the Jaguars, so it shouldn't be that bad. But for later, that's still like, like it's probably they're probably gonna rest him this week, I think, because I mean they need the Lions are good, but they can't be like if they get injured, they could fall apart, and that would not be good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't because with the Lions though, that even if they don't have a starter in, they can still have somebody that on the sideline that's still going to perform good. So yeah, as long as they
Yeah,
have somebody that can at least like replace Sam like pretty good, they don't gotta worry.
yeah. Um, in other NFL news, this is kind of just smaller, but the NFL Combine has been announced that it's gonna stay in Indianapolis through 2026. So I mean that's something. It's just they're just gonna keep it there, which they usually just keep it in a place for. Do they usually switch it around, or do they keep it in place?
They kind of keep it in place. It's really only like two places that they really go, and
Oh, wait,
that's
wait.
Indiana and like
Indianapolis has hosted the annual event since 1987. Yeah, never mind.
no, but even before that, like it was all over the place before that. But now they're starting to actually
Yeah,
talking about like it being in other cities instead of it only just being in Indianapolis. But I
yeah,
think what they're trying to do though, they're trying to keep it like Super Bowl. They're trying to like move it around every year or like move it around every other year or something like that. That's kind of why they started talking about it. Like
yeah. They've
because
been doing
it's
like bidding things.
yeah, because it would be weird for it to just be like in all of a sudden like not being in Indianapolis. So that's kind of why they're doing that now.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it on like NFL news. Hopefully the Chiefs lose. Big ups, praying.
Bro, Chiefs are they if they I'm telling you, bro, if they somehow win, we know what it is, bro. Like it's literally impossible for them to freaking win this game, bro. There's no way they win this game.
We are halfway through the season. I want to get your thoughts on who you think is likely to win the Super Bowl at this point in time. Like who do you think will win the Super Bowl? I know we're halfway through the season. If you're looking at it from right now at all the teams, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Or maybe has the best shot to win the Super Bowl if you want to say win the Super Bowl for sure.
I would say the four teams that for sure have a shot would be Ravens, Steelers, and then Lions, and possibly if Vikings somehow do bad, the Eagles. And reason why is because with those four teams, like even though they will have like some games where they don't go crazy, it's more of like they're taking a smart approach to it. It's like think of it as like LeBron sitting out a few games. He's trying to preserve his body. That's kind of the same thing that they're doing with those four teams, basically. Like they are for sure able to beat every team that they play, but it's like they're not trying to be on go every single game and not risk any like any injuries or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So with those four teams, like in the long run, they'll for sure be the healthiest. Like they won't have any problems with injuries or anything like that. That's why you don't see too many injuries on the Lions, other than like Hutchinson and Sam right now. But other than that, they will honestly be good. Like they don't have any problem. But as far
I'd
as
like to see
winning,
honestly like Lions Ravens Super Bowl honestly.
that's what I'm saying. Like as far as like the two that's like has really good shot at winning is it's between the Ravens and Lions, bro. Like they're levels above so many other teams, bro. Even with the other two teams and that in those four, if they really like focus on the flaws in the games that they play, there won't be any flaws in the Super Bowl. Simple as that.
Could also be like imagine like the Seahawks win their next like 7 games, get into the somehow make it to the Super Bowl and then face off against the Steelers. Imagine that. Russell
I mean,
Wilson versus the
it's
Seahawks Super Bowl.
it could definitely happen 100%. But if we're talking about like teams dominating, bro, nah.
Yeah,
It's only a few teams that's really finna like put on a show for everybody. Because even with good teams, we see them lose to bad teams somehow, some way. Same thing with Ravens and Browns. So it's I don't know. It could really it's up in the air, everybody, especially with all their records. Almost anybody has a chance besides like the Panthers, really. That
and the
that's literally it.
Patriots and the Jets.
Yeah, and the Patriots. Nah, I mean, if just turned around, they have a shot at actually making playoffs. Super Bowl,
Yeah,
no, but playoffs, yeah.
I would like to see I think Commanders will at least get past the first round. I could easily see that. I
I
could easily see
mean,
them beating like one of the NFC South or NFC West leaders.
if we're being honest though, there's not too many teams that like they can struggle against. Like it's
Yeah,
really only those four teams that I mentioned, and then you can add on the Buffs and like the Bengals, and then like Texans, and
but those are in the
you,
AFC.
you no, I'm talking about as far as like
Oh,
like
oh,
actually
oh.
going far, like actually
Yeah,
like praying pretty good in Super Bowl. They they can make playoffs, but that's only if every other team that in their conference does bad.
yeah.
That's literally it. Like they can for sure make playoffs, but going far, that's literally if like the Ravens somehow lose or something like that. That's really it. Other than that, they won't have like it would kind of be a struggle for them to actually go far in the playoffs.
I think it'll either be, like you said, I think it'll either be Lions and Eagles, or, I mean, yeah, I could see Steelers and Ravens, but I think Bills as well still have a shot because I mean they have a good record, and like literally the only thing they need is for Josh Allen to like be consistently good, which I mean he's doing right now to a certain extent. Like he's not playing bad. So I think these next few games are going to be especially this game against the Chiefs and then the game in week 15 against the Lions. It'll really determine like the Bills' position as Super Bowl contenders. That's just my opinion though.
I
Because like
mean,
every year they kind of like fall apart in like the later parts of the season. But if they can like be consistently good, I think they have a shot.
I mean, consistency is not even a problem for them. It's just injuries is a problem, if we're
Yeah,
being honest. Because like even with conference championship every single time against the Chiefs, they're always performing good, but it's always that last play or that overtime coin toss that really determines everything.
yeah.
That's kind of how it is for the Bills. Like they don't have a problem performing, so that's why I've been telling people like you can't lean on Josh Allen too much because even though he's like he doesn't perform like crazy, at the same time he doesn't have too many people to work with. So like you got to at least give him some credit and like at least trying to make things happen while you have a rookie receiver and then a receiver that just got traded and then just got hurt. So it's like you got to at least like ease up a little bit. But I don't know. I think Bills if it wasn't for Ravens and Commanders, Bills will absolutely win in the AFC unless like something else like goes wrong. But
Yeah.
when you add those two teams, it's like it makes them like it makes it way harder for them because really like best two teams in that conference right now. So you kind of like have to at least have one foot in the door, one foot out with them.
Thank you guys for watching. We will be back post week 11 and week 12 of NFL and college. If you haven't already, please check out our college episode for the week, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.